So in the last lecture, we have started with degree of freedom, or we can say degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Now we have discussed already the formula of how to find out the dk. Now we will have some numericals on determining the degree of freedom. What is degree of freedom? It is the total joint displacement. So we have to find out the total joint displacement of a structure. So for truss and frame, there are various formulae that we have to use. Whereas in case of beam, we have to proceed with joint by joint. Suppose the beam is there. Okay, suppose this is the cantilever beam is there. So for the cantilever beam, we have to proceed with joint 1, joint 2 likewise. Okay. And then we have to make the summation of all the joint displacement you to get the total degree of freedom. Now identify the structure. So in this figure, the given structure is, name the structure. कोणतं structure आहे? What is the name of the structure? Yes. What is the structure? काय आहे हे?
ट्रस्ट आहे सर.
ट्रस. बघा आणखीन काय वाटतंय? येस, ट्रस आहे. This particular structure हे काय आहे? So the given structure is arch. Okay, this is the arch basically. This is the arch. Now, if this is the arch bridge, or we can say arch, so whether that arch, classify that arch based on the structural form. Either it will be 1D, either it will be 2D, or it will be 3D. Yes. Arch is either 1D, 2D, or 3D. झालेलं आहे
2D.
2D.
2D sir. 2D.
2D. Yes, बघा. Arch is one-dimensional structure. Arch is one-dimensional structure. You have discussed while classifying the structure based on the structural form. Okay. Arch is not 2D, arch is 1D because that length or the span of the arch is predominant. Now see here. So we have discussed this point in classification of structure. Yes, here. So the arch is 1D structure. This is the 1D structure. Okay. Arch is 1D structure. So this is also arch, and this is also one-dimensional structure. One-dimensional structure. Okay. So it is just to revise our classification point. Now back to our degree of freedom. Back to our degree of freedom. So there are various formulas. So for pin jointed truss, the formula will be 2j minus r. Then for the space truss, 3j minus r. Then for the plane frame, rigid jointed plane frame, 3j minus r. Then for the space frame, the formula is 6j minus r. These are the formulas. Okay. Now we will find out what is the degree of freedom. Now this particular given structure is. This particular given structure is. Identify the structure. So the structure is rigid jointed plane frame. If the structure is a rigid jointed plane frame दिलेली आहे. Plane frame means rigidly jointed. Okay, rigidly jointed plane frame. What is the formula we are having? 3j minus r. Okay, 3j minus r formula we are having. Neglecting the or considering the axial deformation. They have not mentioned. Either we have to neglect or we have to consider. If they have not mentioned, we have to consider the axial deformation. So the formula we are having as 3j minus r. This is the formula we are having, 3j minus r. Now here, the number of joints are how much? There are 4 joints. So 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. There are 4 joints. So 3 into 4, 12 minus number of reactions. Now this is the hinge support and this is also hinge support. So at hinge support we are having 2 reactions. So 2 plus 2, 4. So total number of reactions are 4. So 12 minus 4, 8. Now 8 is the degree of freedom for this particular structure. Okay. So the answer for the kinematic degree of indeterminacy for this particular rigid jointed plane frame, the rigid jointed plane frame is 8. Is the 8. Considering axial deformation. So if they have specifically mentioned neglect, असं जर mention केलं असेल, neglect axial deformation, neglect the axial deformation, axial deformation. मग फॉर्म्युला काय असता सांगा? Neglect the axial deformation. In that case, what is the degree of freedom then?
3j minus r plus m.
Yes, 3j minus r plus m. If you have to neglect the axial deformation in that particular members, there are 3 members. So in that case, the formula will be 3j minus r plus m. So number of members we have to deduct from total degree of freedom because we are neglecting the axial deformation. जेवढे मेंबर आहेत तेवढे आपल्याला सबट्रॅक्ट करायचे आहेत बिकॉज ॲज वी हॅव टू निग्लेक्ट द ॲक्सेल डिफॉर्मेशन. मग जेवढे मेंबर तेवढे ॲक्सेल डिफॉर्मेशन. सो 1 2 3. So 3 value you have to deduct from here. And that 5 answer, it is the degree of freedom neglecting the axial deformation. If they have not mentioned anything, so find out the degree of freedom considering the axial deformation. That is 8. Okay.
सर ते कसं कमी झाले म्हणजे 8 असतात ना म्हणजे कन्सिडर केले तर निग्लेक्ट केले तर 5 म्हणजे एक्सप्लेन करा ना.
सांगतो. हे जे आहे टोटल समजलं. Considering the axial deformation, this is 8. Okay. So if you neglect, आता member किती आहेत? This is AB column, this is BC beam, and this is CD column. There are 3 members. There are 3 members. Now, so here what we have considered by for this particular answer 8, for this particular answer 8, we have considered the axial deformation. Axial deformation consider केले म्हणजे काय? AB चं काहीतरी contraction किंवा expansion will, that is 1. Then for that BC member, it will have some contraction or elongation, that is 2. And that CD column, it is also having some contraction or elongation, that is nothing but the axial deformation of that particular member, that will be 3. Now here we have considered that axial deformation of column 1, then beam 2, and this column CD3. So these 3 value we have considered, that will be the axial deformation of that particular member. It may be expansion or it may be contraction. So if you have to neglect this axial deformation, in some of the cases they will mention neglect the axial deformation, because due to certain loading constraints, if you have to neglect this axial deformation, then what we have to do? So for this total degree of freedom, we have to just minus the number of member, minus the number of member. Why? Axial deformation कशामध्ये असतील? जेवढे मेंबर तेवढ्या मेंबर मध्ये ऍक्सेल डिफॉर्मेशन असेल. सो हियर वी आर हॅव्हिंग 3 members. So that's why by neglecting the axial deformation, we have to subtract the number of members, that will be 3. Then the answer will be 5, neglecting these values of 1 2 and 3. That is axial deformation of that respective members. Axial deformation आपल्याला सबट्रॅक्ट करायचं आहे. म्हणजे काय करायचं आहे? We have to subtract the number of members. So that's why formula that we have to follow, it will be 3j minus r plus m. 3j minus r plus m. That is the significance. समजतंय? बघा, axial deformation neglect करायचं असेल, so in that formula just add r plus m. R plus m. Okay. Neglecting the axial deformation. यामध्ये डाऊट आहे? डाऊट असेल तर विचारा.
नो सर.
फॉर्म्युले सिंपल आहेत. फॉर Pin jointed plane truss 2j minus r, space truss 3j minus r, then plane rigid jointed frame 3j minus r, and for space frame that will be 6j minus r. Okay, yes. Identify the structure. Identify the structure. सांगा कोणतं स्ट्रक्चर आहे?
पिन जॉईंट आहे.
Yes, pin jointed truss. Pin jointed truss. बरोबर आहे. So for that pin jointed truss, now tell me what is the formula for degree of freedom? What is degree of freedom?
2J minus R.
2j minus r. Clear? 2j minus r. So this is the formula. Now here the joints are 3, reactions are 3. So 2 into 3, 6 minus 3. So the degree of freedom, it will be 3. Degree of freedom, it will be 3. Now here, so what that 3 degree of freedom we are having? So at a joint B, or if you consider the A and C also, these are the pin joint. Now tell me, at a pin joint, what kind of degree of freedom we are having? At a pin joint, yes, at a pin joint, so there was some network issue. At a pin joint, what is the degree of freedom we are having? Yes, at a pin joint, so there was some network issue. At a pin joint, what is the degree of freedom we are having?